will be, okay. So my group will be me, Zermi, Nur Amira, Balkis, and Adiba.
Okay, me.
Yeah. Okay. So we will start with the issue. So the first issue, which is, as we know, there is a lot, various type of ethnicity in Sarawak. So we want to value all of this ethnicity in our building. And the second issue is some of the art gallery, they do not emphasize on the proportion and the circulation of the building. And the third is most of the art gallery are looking dull without including the nature element into their design. So let's see our solution to the issue in our Nakli reference. So first, which is Surah Al-Fatihah in ayah 6. So this will solve in the issue of circulation, which is tunjukkanlah kami jalan yang lurus. So the keyword is tunjuk jalan yang lurus, the right path. So we want to make the circulation, the flow of the movement for the visitor only in a one way, where there is no left and there is no to the right. So the next ayah is from Surah Al-An'am, the first ayah, which is will solve the issue of spatial planning. So the keyword from this ayah, which is langit dan bumi, heaven and earth. So we want to embrace the nature on the earth and the sky in the heaven on the sky. So the third ayah will be Surah Al-Maidah, ayah 8, which is will help in our building form, in our design. So the keyword from this ayah, which is menegakkan keadilan and berlaku adil. So by mean the fairness of we want to make the building form that have the fairness in space. So which means that we will be using a shape of square, a shape of cuboid, because there is the meaning behind it, which is fairness. So next Surah Ali Imran, ayah 9, which is where we get the concept by. So from this ayah, we highlight the keyword of menghimpunkan semua manusia, which is gather all human being. So from this ayah, we get the concept of concept of by meaning connecting, but in order to make it more suitable to the term of architecture, we filter all the word and get the word of interlock. We will soon know about it. So next ayah is Surah An-Nahl, ayah 13, which is variety of ethnic. So from the keyword of berlainan jenisnya, which is by mean various type. So we want to relate back to the various ethnicity in Sarawak. So let's see our concept. So from the previous explanation, we got the concept from the menghimpunkan, from the verse 3 ayat 9. So the menghimpunkan, the word of gather all human being. So we filter all the words that is like connecting or unity, and we get the word of the interlock because it is more suitable for our architectural term. So what is interlock? So interlock is of two or more things that will engage with each other by overlapping or by the fitting together of projections and excesses. So by the concept of interlock, we will also want to help the various of ethnicity to interlock each other in their relationship. So to start the transition of interlock form, we will create a better circulation on the spatial planning and to make a clear sequence of space. So in order to help in our concept, we try to search for ideation, which is we find more suitable in Kit Lapis. So Kit Lapis Sarawak, it is a kit of multiple layers it is a kit of multiple layers. So due to the process of layering, it creates pattern. As example, like this. And there is also two type of cake, which is cake with normal layers, cake with and also cake with patterns. Usually they consist at least 2 colors. So why do we choose cake lapis? Because in the process of making cake lapis, they are not like usual cake that we bake. Usually, when we want to bake a cake, we put all at once the cake into the oven. But cake lapis is different. First, the method is we make the first layer, which is at the first layer at the bottom of the cake lapis. We make the first layer, and then we put into the oven and bake it. And then after we take it out, we make the second layer. And the top of the previous layer, and the top of the previous layer. And then we put it back into the oven. And then we repeat the process again and again and again, layer by layer by layer, and then making it full of the cake lapis. So it is a long process to make it. But while making the cake lapis, there's also where they cut the cake lapis into a certain slice, and then they combine all the slice into a full of cake lapis. So this is where the way they combine it is by overlapping and interlock with each other of the cake. So that is where that will help us in making our design. So the person study, so we will straight to the design strategies. So the design strategy is based on necklace study. So after our necklace reference, we rearrange back to make it more prioritized. So first is the concept interlock from the verse of the ayah 9. And to the next, which is the form, where the form from the solution for our necklace study, which is the fairness. So the design, we will apply a form of primary shape, which is square or cuboid, because there is a meaning behind the square shape or the cuboid shape, because it gives the fairness of the space within it. So next is the facade, which is from the necklace study Heaven and Earth. So the facade, we will apply a building with big opening of glaze wall in it. And the glaze wall will be viewing both earth and the sky. So we want to have the interlock between the visitor and the nature. Yes. So the next is the spatial planning. So the space, we want to have the interlock between the visitor and the nature. So we will embrace the nature into our design by putting courtyard in our design. So next is the building program from the ayah 9 in Surah Ali Imran, which is gather all human being. So we want to unite the various ethnic visitors in our exhibition. By doing so, we use the concept of interlock, of course. We interlock of each of the building and overlap each other. And the next is the circulation from the ayah, from the Surah Al-Fatihah. So the visitor will enter one way and will exit only to the one way also, where the path is only straight, where there is to the left and to the right. Later we show you. So next is the form of the building. So the building will be differ in height to give the rhythm of the layering and to show more the visibility of the interlock. So this is our design process. So first we make the symbol of unity. Usually when the symbol of unity, we will always think of having a circle of a group of human, where they circle in a group, so like this. So this is from the view of plan. where the various of ethnicity grouping in one together in one shape, and then in order to make them more having intimate relationship, we make the building interlock each other to show that the various ethnicity having a relationship between each other. And next is by interlock, we put by having the interlock, we want to be more explorative and more diverse. So we put the circle of shape, where the circle of shape we want to give the meaning of where each of the tribe, each of the ethnic, they will looking at each other in order to understand more better at each other. It is like oneself mirror at oneself. It is like in order to understand each other, they need to face each other. Yes. So by interlock the circle shape and the square shape, we make at the center of the circle, make it void to bring back the nature by putting the courtyard. And next, we give the space 3D into our design, like this, and then we give the differ in height to show more the visibility of interlock and the layering. And then the upper part here will be the platform to enter to the courtyard if the visitor want through away to the courtyard. And then the roof will be a cantilevered roof where the slope in order to respond to our climate. So next, let's see to the floor plan. So from the floor plan, we could see the overlapping of each part of the building. So the entrance will be number 1 here, this is their entrance. So the visitor will enter here, and then they will go up to the second room, which is the site analysis, so that they could, for the starter of the design project, we usually have the site analysis. So we want the visitor to know first about the site. And then we go up to the third room, which is the second year project. We want to show to the visitor that the flow of the semester of our student. So next, we go to the fourth room, which is the third year project design, which is their last semester, their postgraduate. So we want to show the visitor of their improving in their design.
Zul, 2 ke 3 tu macam mana nak pergi Zul?
Macam mana itu?
2 ke 3 tu? 3 tu ruang apa?
3 tu macam open kan?
Dia tembus.
Tak ada wall ke?
Apa?
Ada wall, tapi dia punya cut plane tu rendah sangat.
Ada wall.
Ada wall. Saya cut.
Macam mana dia tembus wall tu? Arrow you tembus wall tu? Maksud dia apa?
Tu satu tu.
Oh, this one
Ada wall.
Ada stairs. Asal ada ruang untuk masuk tu. Saya cut plane mungkin tinggi sangat kot.
No, dia ada wall hitam tu. Macam dia langgar wall ke ataupun...
Oh, this one
mana? 3, 4 tu ada wall. Lepas tu 3 tu macam open space kan, no walls ke?
Oh tak, ni glass kaca. Oh, this
Apa
one.
Maksud ni? Apa maksud ni?
To stay to the next level.
Tapi dia gelap ada wall tu maksudnya tu.
Next level, there is another floor atas.
Yes.
Oh, jadi kena cut lah.
Kita bahasa. Masya Allah.
Macam mana nak undo dah lama tak pakai Zoom ni.
Dalam undo tu yang
undo. Okey, undo. Arrow. Sekejap.
Itulah, ini pun tak pernah pakai ni, nak buat ni benda ni. Kan?
Allah, tebal lah pula. Dah beberapa minggu meninggalkan. Aduh. Terbaik sangat. Dia punya drafting. Patutnya macam tu dekat tangga you tu, naik ke atas.
Oh.
Kan? Betul kan? Itu maksudnya, dia daripada 2, 3 tu is upper floor, is it?
Yes.
Then you kena draw another floor lah atas. Tak boleh cakap daripada 2 pergi ke 3. Sebab 3 tu bahagian atas. Betul tak?
Yes.
Lepas tu berapa anak tangga naik tu?
Baru nak tanya, berapa tinggi?
Anak tangga dia 3 je.
Oh, 3 tak payahlah ada break tu kot. You kena ada opening lah. Bukan ada wall, dia ada opening.
How high antara 2 dengan 3 in terms of floor level? How high?
Antara 2 dengan 3, height level dia 800 mm.
800. So it's actually this level lah. Betul?
Mana?
Dia actually first floor lah. Ada section ke? Kena tengok section.
Tu. Tengok section ke?
Tak faham you punya ni.
Faham. Ada 3D ke? 3D nampak tak?
Tadi. Ni di belakang dia.
Okay, dia naik tu.
Oh, adalah tinggi sikit je. I think you boleh lukis saja dekat that floor tadi. Dia bukanlah satu
dia ada
floor
opening,
atas.
tak ada wall lah. Dia tak ada wall kan. Dia ada opening. Macam kita buka pintu lah bukaan.
Ya, betul. And there should be, you patut nampakkan ni lah. You patut nampak this dinding lah dalam plan tadi. Betul? Kan?
Yes.
Yang tu yang tak ada tu. Okay. Go back.
Go back to your plan.
Alright. So, yeah.
Patutnya ada dinding lah. Betul tak gitu?
Patutnya.
Pak ni tak ada lah. Kan dia naik tangga dari 2, dia pergi ke 3. Betul?
Yes.
3 boleh turun ke 4.
Yes.
Betul kan? Okay. Beres.
So,
Okay, proceed.
Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so from the 4th room to the 5th.
Zul seorang je ke yang present? Mana yang di others?
Yes.
Dia seorang.
Kita bagi markah Zul seorang je.
Oh.
Dah kena bayar. Dia orang bayar Zul.
Kita bagi markah kat Zul je, okay?
Macam tu. Alright. So let's proceed. So from the 4th room to the 5th room. So the 5th room will be the last of the exhibition room, which is the major drawing. We want to end their flowing and their visit with knowing heritage of the origin of their design, something like that. So the visitor will end towards to the courtyard because we want to give the beautiful feeling by interlock visitor to the nature. So this is from the roof plan. So from the shadow, we could see that each room is overlapping and interlocked by layering, of course. Yeah. So this is from the front elevation. So from the front elevation, we could see that this is the platform. So from the platform, there is a stair into the courtyard to give the elevated feeling. By doing so we could see each room is elevated to show the layering and the interlock. So this is from the right elevation. So we could see that this is the first elevation, second elevation, and the third elevation. So from doing so, we could see that it is layer by layer, and from the side we could see that the each room is interlocked by each room. Yeah, something like this. Same from the left elevation. And this is from the rear elevation. We could see that it is elevating layer by layer of each room. So this is our section. So from our section, from the previous design process, we could see that in the middle, it is the square, it is the circle shape. So in the circle,
sorry. Is it section?
It is section.
Section from your plan tu, ni section dia ambil dari SketchUp
SketchUp.
Itulah kita nak encourage student to section from the SketchUp. Okay, section line from your plan?
We only have one section.
Okay, teruskan.
Okay. So what I want to highlight is that in the middle of the building, there's a courtyard, and we also install the glaze wall as our facade to show to the visitor for the viewing towards the nature and towards to the sky. And the philosophy behind this, we want also to encourage the visitor, to show that the various of the ethnicity, the various tribe, to mirror themselves with one another, so that they can understand more each other, their weakness and their strength. So next is I want to show that how we interlock in other than our design building. It is in our window, which is interlocked in the window. So from the shape of square, we interlock of the each window by doing so, like this. Yeah. In order to why we create something like this, because we want to create a beautiful shadow in our building. This one, yes. So this is one to show more visibility of the interlock in each room. So this is the layering platform. So in this layering platform, we want to show that in the process of making lapis, like from the previous explanation, the layering by layering, it creates pattern where we can see the layer by layer of the platform. So this is the glaze wall by which is facing each other. So this is our interior. So we could see that the full of the glaze wall, where the visitor could feel the nature by the viewing. So this is the interior. So from this, we could see that the pattern of the calipers were installed in our wall.
Macam mana skill dia tu, Zul? Macam mana skill? Kalau letak orang display tu tinggi mana?
Macam rendah dekat pinggang je.
Confused sikit. Scale proportion dia, I mean.
So for the scale, So for the scale proportion, technically, we designed this building in proportion of virtual gallery, not in proportion of the real life gallery.
Okay, kejap.
Macam mana tu eye level tu?
Okay, ini berapa tinggi? Ini berapa tinggi? Sebab
antara floor dengan roof tu,
floor to ceiling.
Yes, from floor to ceiling in 5,000 to 6,000 millimeter.
5 meter.
Yes.
Okay. 5 meter. Jadi yang ini kalau orang berapa meter?
1.6 meter.
Kalau letak human. Jadi yang ni berapa tinggi? Nak tahu tu je. 2, 3.
Untuk partition tu kita orang buat 1,800.
1,800 daripada floor to the height of the partition tu ke?
Ni 1,800 ni.
1,800 So tingginya.
Jadi orang you besar. Kejap. Mana? Tak ada logo orang Orang ni besar ni je. Betul? Alright?
Dia 1.6
Yes.
kan?
Yes,
Dia
yes.
1.6. Sebab proportion you, sekarang ni kita tengok proportion dari segi overall view tau. Refer to your staircase tu semua tu, and then you punya panel ni nampak macam dia rendah.
Rendah, betul.
Rendah.
Ya.
Sebab you ambil caption ni pun macam dia ke atas.
Ke bawah.
Atas ke bawah.
Betul.
Kalau you ambil eye level mungkin dia nampak okey kot.
Patutnya tinggi ni. Tinggi sangat.
Kita nampak macam tu lah. Dia tinggi. Dia ni macam dekat bawah je. It's about partition ni macam 800 to 900 je.
Patutnya dia macam tu. Kalau nak tengok proportion dengan height you lah.
Kita refer kepada tingkap, refer pada tangga kan.
Yes.
Proportion tu.
Dengan tebal dinding ni.
Betul?
So dia nampak it's either you punya short view shot tu kan. Okay, apa ada lagi Zul? Jom.
Alright, so dah nak ambil dah pun. So this is our exterior, so we consider courtyard. And the glass wall that facing each other. Exterior, yeah, this is from point of view upper level. So yeah, that's all. And this is our board. So next nak terus kepada virtual gallery ya?
Ya.
Boleh nak tengok.
Alright.
Oi, sedapnya kek lapis.
Hai.
Dalam untuk makan ni. So this is our picture. Nak terus boleh building Okay. So this is our entrance. Next to the second floor is this room of site analysis. So the visitor, when they enter the virtual gallery, they just need to push the button of eye icon. So yeah, it shows here.
Patut ada orang lah Zul, baru boleh hidup. Orang lah sikit-sikit untuk buat, untuk tunjuk skill, human skill.
Alright, later we will put it down.
Kalau tengok tangga you tu, orang tu tinggi. You punya display board tu rendah. Bayangkan orang nak naik tangga tu, it's like that tall and your display board is very low.
So this is the third exhibition room. So this is the pot which is for the third year's project design. So this is the last room exhibition, which is the measure drawing. And then that's and the visit of visual art gallery.
Okay.
I think that's all from us.
From you. Dia
Yeah,
seorang aja yang cakap.
From Zul.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, from your group maybe yang nak add on ke apa kan?
Jom. Cepat. Defend. Sebelum kena tiaw.
Sebelum
Siapa nak tambah apa yang Zul tak ingat yang you bengang ke? Zul tak ingat cakap ni. Cepat. Tambah. Jual.
ada markah kerjasama tau, teamwork. Macam mana nak bagi tu teamwork?
Mira, siapa? Mira kan? Grup Zul tadi. Tak ingat.
Oh, yes.
Apa yang Zul tertinggal you nak tambah? Come, teammates. Grup 4
Group 6.
Grup 6. Okey, grup 6. Sengap aja grup ni.
Penat sangat ke?
Aduh.
Ke dah tak larat?
Ada semua dah tidur. Siapa? Halo.
Dah tidur kot.
Tak kita.
Aduh. So only 2 boards ni Zul ya?
Yes, only 2 board.
Okay. Dah, habis dah?
Habis dah.
Where's your teammate? Cuba buka kamera. Ni final presentation ni. Berapa persen ya, Madam Yati?
Yang ini 10% kan?
Mana teammate ni? Teammates.
10% 2 grade tau. Kan?
On sikit kamera. On sikit.
Balkis, siapa tu? Adiba.
Balkis. Diba.
Mira.
Mira.
4 orang kan? 1, 2, 3, 4
4 orang.
Come on, nak tengok sikit. Mira. Ke dah tengah ni? Dia tengah dibuai.
Mira ni Mira?
Ada je.
Marilah. Mana Mira?
Jadi, ni hari presentation tau.
Exam
Kalau
day
you
kan?
kat studio ni, tengah pakai baju cantik walaupun mata dah separuh.
InsyaAllah.
Adiba?
Ni baru 10%. Come on. Balkis, Adiba? Kezul seorang yang mandi. Bronesh kata tak sebab make up. Bronesh. Yalah. Tak sebab make up. Tak apa. Natural beauty.
Natural beauty.
Come, let me see your group.
Mari.
Sebab before this, your presentation tu tak ada markah. Saya pun baru tahu. And your mark is today. Kita ada sampai petang ya, Madam Yati, untuk present. Ke petang ada lecture?
Petang ada lecture. Dia sampai tengah hari. Mana aku?
Kita kena habiskan tengah hari ni 3 grup.
Ya.
Okay. Grup lain nanti prepare on lah kamera, you all nak present. Apa cerita?
Tak ada Cik.
Mira.
Santai.
Lagi tak ada. Balkis, Deep.
Ada
Okay.
komen juga. Ada tak?
Okay. Madam Yati komen dulu ke?
Boleh juga.
Kita bagi markah bersama Madam Yati ke asing-asing?
Asing-asing nanti dia.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, beberapa komen. Very first of all, the very good presentation. Dengan you punya 3D memang cantik, hebat lah. And your nampak 3D yang dekat board ni pun macam real je tau kan. Cantik kan you punya ni lah, cuma ada beberapa additional yang you kena add. Maybe you boleh add lah kan for upgrade lah. Yang first saya suka you punya interlocking lah, interlock. You nak menghimpunkan berlainan jenis kan, you nak interlock. It's very good, and you mapkan dengan kek lapis yang sedap tu kan. Okay. Betul lah you cakap nak membuatnya agak sukar macam kita buat kalau kuih tradisional tu merah putih macam bendera. Saya panggil kuih bendera tu macam tu lah juga kan. Okay. Kalau ikut Nakli study tu mungkinlah apa yang saya rasa lah, you kena refer balik kot Nakli tu. Kalau lah panel luar agak confused juga, terlalu banyak, and then you direct.
Betul.
You direct translate tau. You kata jalan yang lurus tapi tak lurus, lengkok.
Madam Yati, sorry. Mungkin cara Madam Shala begitu kot. You need to have like lots and lots of Nakli. One design. Kan? Madam Yati rasa?
Itulah saya pun confused juga. Sepatutnya dia combine jadikan satu yang you punya aims tau.
Betul.
Itu yang saya selalu komen. Bila dapat group kan saya agak confused. Saya kata kenapa banyak sangat sampai nanti panel luar pun agak ini satu macam satu kan. Lepas tu you direct translate. Kan macam nanti argue jugalah, saya rasa macam tu. Tapi tak apa, nanti kita tengok for yang lain-lain mungkin jugalah. Yang tu cuma walaupun you banyak tapi yang direct translate lah. Yang satu saya sebut tadi tu you cakap jalan yang lurus tapi buat circle. Itu tak lurus tau, itu dah bengkok.
Yes. I see.
Kan itu saya nampak confused, mesti kena argue punya. You buat melengkung tu, itu tak lurus namanya. Jalan yang lurus straight je nampak focal point ada satu, itu lurus jalannya kan. Ni tak lurus ya. Itu kena tengok. Then interlock sekali lagi, interlock suppose tu saya suka you punya window you buat interlock, tapi window tu satu dua je. Kalau lah boleh semua yang glass tadi tu you buat ada nampak interlocking dia yang sama, pattern dia dengan yang lain. Ini nampak macam different language lah. Dia ada sama dia punya window dengan all the opening tu nampak interlock. Tu cantik sikit lah kan. Ini ialah yang tengah-tengah tu kan. Jadi courtyard tu dia tak ada direct nampak. Dia nampak lah interlocking sikit, nampak sikit, ini tutup sikit je, cantik macam tu lah kan. Macam tu juga dengan you punya display. Kalau sebut interlocking, saya nampak you punya bangunan ni terlalu bersih. Sebab dia macam bau pembukaan. Dia punya display tu formalnya lah kan. Kalau you dapat buat dia macam ada dekat atas tu nampak tu ada pula billboard ke nampak ke atas tu, boleh tengok atas, boleh tengok ceiling, semua angle boleh nampak. Yang tu kan best. Ini kan ada formal tau. Saya rasa saya datang sekali je dalam ni. Walaupun bangunan dia cantik kan, tapi dalam dia tak meriah. Dia punya interior tu nampak formal sangat. Macam balai seni lukis pula nampaknya kan. You straight dah habis lah. Paling tidak orang pergi courtyard tu okey, tapi you boleh nampak mungkin interlocking tu nampak kat situ pun okey juga dalam tu. Macam ni buat interlocking, maybe dia punya landscape tu nampak interlocking. Ada naik turun, orang boleh naik, orang boleh turun kan, interlocking. Tu pun okey juga kalau nak buat kan. Sebab you punya interlocking tu, interlock tu nak nampak kan lah. Okay. Selain pada tu saya kata macam bersih dan you punya ni belum orang kata apa, sebab tu orang tak masuk lagi sebab dia belum ada apa tu perasmian bangunan tu belum ada kan. Okay. Bila saya tengok tadi yang 3D tu tangga you buat tu tangga macam tangga ayam je. Buatlah tangga elok sikit. Sorry to say kan, tangga tu. Tangga tu cantik, bangunan cantik, nampak kek lapis tapi tangga ayam. Tu kena betulkan sikit lah.
Saya dengar tangga ayam.
Sorry saya imajinasi je. Kan sebab lawa dah tapi tangga, cuba tengok yang mula-mula you buat entrance tadi. Tiba-tiba alamak tangga tu nampak bawah tu, apa cerita kan. Okay, in terms of presentation, presentation kalau elevation section ni jangan ambil daripada SketchUp, kena pandai lah. Lepas tu elevation you perspektif, kita elevation nampak satu surface kan, jangan buat perspektif. Okay, nampak kontak lagi satu, ni tak nampak dia terapung je ni kan. Lepas tu you punya section tiang yang ujung tu mestilah ada tiang, dia nampak dia floating lah kan. Walaupun you cakap dia macam ada tak kena sikit lah, you kata kek lapis yang you nak buat dari segi layer of the floor tu dia kurang sikit lah, dia tak nampak. Mungkin sketches tak ada ke, macam mana you nak proof it the kek lapis punya layer of the floor tu tak jelas sangat lah. Yang tu saya punya komen lah kan. Yang lain okay, very good. Okay, tu saja komen saya. Untuk upload. Alright. Okay, Madam Wan. Madam Wan tak ada lagi. Kejap. Okay, kalau nanti tengok balik terutama you punya board ni, buat architectural punya ni lah, compose macam mana letak elevation section tu. Lepas tu sketches tu yang design proses tu proper lah sikit. Baru nampak dia punya diagrammatic, conceptual tu daripada sketches. Mungkin you ada banyak sebenarnya sketches tau masa you buat. Kan? Mungkin you boleh compose betul-betul dekat design proses tu. Baru nampak betul lah design proses dia macam mana. You dah buat selama ni 2 minggu ni kan. Masukkan sketches. Design proses tu Okay. Right. Okay, Madam Wan.
Okay, Madam Yati, thank you. Alright, kita selalunya bila hari presentation ni, grup ni ada hebat ke? Tak ada.
Tak ada sebab tu kalau tidak 100% pula nak English kan.
Nak speak London. Selalunya pada hari presentation ni selalunya adalah hari yang sangat penting tau untuk kita dalam bidang ini. Dia macam it's the day where you present your work, your effort sebenarnya. Jadi saya akan mulakan dengan adab presentation. Okay, sebab kita ni dah jadi lecturer, jadi bolehlah kita nak tutup ke. Jadi but we respect you, so we on the camera for you. Tapi you as a student yang yang nak present your effort tu kan, your midnight oil tu pada kita, dia ada adab untuk presentation. Jadi next time always on your camera, okay, always be ready pada hari presentation. You imagine you are in a physical presentation, macam saya cakap tadi, you larat tak larat ke, you physically has to be there, you are dressed to present sebenarnya. Walaupun sebenarnya mata you dah tutup separuh, and then jiwa you atas katil. That's normal sebenarnya. Kita semua melaluinya. So and then if you are thinking this is going to be your career, you have to deal with it. Then sekarang ni adalah masa untuk you train yourself for that. Okay? Jadi inilah kekangan kita bila kita online And that's one. And then you need to be here to support you punya group leader kan, sebab ni markah bersama. Okay? Kita pernah ada student yang individual very poor and group work tu yang membantu sangat untuk luluskan you punya result design. So every time presentation ni be very cooperative lah. Okay, so ada markah untuk teamwork kat situ. Berapa persen tak silap saya? More than 10% teamwork. Okay. So that's one lah. Okay. Alhamdulillah, I think saya dah clap. Tapi ni bukan macam team saya, dia tak boleh clap terus. Dia clap sekali je dalam tu. Reaction tu. Kan? Macam tu. Zoom ni tak best sangat. Jadi okay.
Tak friendly
Ya, a big clap tu untuk group 6 ni sebenarnya. Effort. Sebab saya dok follow juga kan. Saya dok follow group 6 ni. Gi mari and then you go back to your asal. It shows that finally you found what itulah macam saya cakap kan, you buat first and then you buat lagi and then you go back to your very first idea, betul tak?
Yes.
So bayangkan siapa tu tadi bunyi macam Haji Bakar pula. Suara siapa tadi tu?
Tak ada kot, saya juga tadi.
Ada nanti dengar. Okay. Jadi you see, if you bayangkan your series of butter paper tu, you selak, then you go back to your asal one. I think you have matured already bila saya tengok your presentation, and I think credit to Zul sebab nampak mature lah presentation Zul tu when you can link your concept, ayat tadi tu, you link to the design and you link to the climate. Walaupun saya tak, you cakap tapi your drawing does not correspond apa you cakap, tapi I take your idea sebagai your journey untuk you improve your presentation daripada tahun 1 ke tahun 2. So I take it that way. Okay, walaupun I harap what you said ada reflect courtyard and the nature. Padahal tak nampak apa pun, dia bulat kosong aja kan. But then I'm appreciating your idea, your improvement in you punya thoughts in design process and also your terminology tadi tu. I think it's a good group work lah, teamwork to be able to present such a good nakli concept ideation tadi tu. Cuma I totally agree dengan Madam Yati yang there's so many nakli, saya pun macam confused. Tu dah kata saya tak sure whether Madam Shala punya style macam ni, tetapi last kali bila you nak fokus pada satu konsep, you berpegang pada satu ayat saja. Jadi mudah di situ. Mudah you carry throughout kan. Interlock ayat mana yang memegang interlock tu yang paling significant, paling dominant. Then you hold to that. Okay. Alright. Habis kat situ ya, good concept. And then the floor plan is very flat, very blank. Presentation tadi lah, slide tak cakap pasal yang ni. It looks like a working drawing. Mesti beza kan tau, working drawing tu yang you buat dalam komputer, lepas tu bila you nak prepare for a presentation drawing macam hari ni, kena bikin dia jadi presentation drawing. Okay, memang kita mulakan dengan working drawing, ada dimension dan sebagainya, tapi lepas tu prepare for a presentation drawing so that bila kita lihat presentation drawing. Tapi kalau kita create tu, you boleh tunjuk working drawing tadi tu. So there's another level. Dah prepare tu, okay Mira, kau kena color Mira. Dimension tu buang ke tepi sikit, macam tu kan. So that's a different. Memang banyak kerja sebenarnya. Lepas tu you punya dimension, yang kali dimension tu bulatkan. Okay, bila you design saja 4 meter, 4.5 meter, 5 meter, 6 meter. Jangan 4, 1, 2, 3 macam tu. Nanti ajar diri you untuk bulatkan dimension tu. Jadi mudah kat situ. Kalau tidak, bila you dah buat kat plan dimension macam tu, nanti naik section pun macam tu juga. Jadi nanti banyak you kena repair kan. And then
dia punya plan tak ada dalam board ni ke?
Tak ada, kot tak masuk dalam slide tadi tu. Yang
dalam slide tadi.
Perlu atau tidak saya tak pasti. I don't know what's the requirement. Tidak berapa jelas. Jadi lepas tu labeling tadi, kalau macam floor plan, you'll be talking about the courtyard so bad, tetapi courtyard tu tak boleh nak feel courtyard. Dia macam ruang kosong, macam lantai. So if it is a presentation drawing, letaklah pokok, hijau kan. Jadi bila Zul cakap tadi tu, boleh layan dia punya tu kan. Lepas tu on floor plan juga, masukkan you punya tempat display tu. Tempat display tu paling penting guys. Sebab kita buat virtual gallery untuk drawing. Tapi dia floor plan semata-mata. Dan dia tak ada that you punya display panel tadi tu duduk kat mana. Jadi sayang sangat kat situ. I think you don't have time to do that. Dia ada macam ada plan pun bersyukur kan sebab you are behind time kan. Tapi itulah lain kali rancang kat mana sebenarnya yang penting nak tunjuk. Projek ni pasal apa? Bukan je pasal building. Sangat kan? It's about the interior of the building. And then, okay, now comes the physical building, which I am very fond of. It's too flare. To me, it's too flare. It's too flare. Macam flare. Macam nak cakap, macam nak explain flare tak tahu. Mungkin dia patut differentiate. Ni slide tadi lah, dia patut differentiate the glass, blue or green glass, turquoise glass. So that adalah perbezaan in terms of presentation tadi tu. Kalau nak buat dia bentuk grafik, macam very graphic thing, hitam putih dia ada cara grafik teknik dia. Tapi ni nampak macam the normal one because your roof is brown tadi. Jadi I assume your glass should be like blue or green or turquoise sikit. Kalau tidak, Zul cakap tadi layan dia macam rata je semua satu colour kan. Baik glass tu nampak ada mullions, ada frame kan. Physical building ada exploration. Dia buka lagi, jangan takut explore, jangan takut, buka lagi minda you. Exercise macam ni kan, Mira Balkis Diba, exercise macam ni bila kita tak minta detail construction, masa ni you boleh explore. Sebab kita tak kata boleh construct ke tidak kan. You nak corner, terbang, melayang ke apa, I think this is the time. The time untuk you challenge your explorative idea. Pada saya tak cukup explorative. Kalau 1 hingga 10 tu, saya rasa you akan pakai 3 je. Yang lain tu is takut. Yang lain 7 tu takut. 7 tu tak nak keluar dari kotak. 7 tu tak nak tengok macam mana gallery Calatrava. Kalau tengok Dubai Expo 2021 ni, Masya Allah, you patut like tau. All the great architects design expo untuk Dubai 2020. Which is amazing. Kalau you tengok foundation kecil, building macam ni wow, those are superstructures yang superb lah. Itu fun untuk you buat sebenarnya. Kalau macam ni macam very typical, tak cukup explorative. Design yang selamat. So kalau dari segi markah creativity tu sangat kurang kat situ. Okay. Display, tempat displaynya saya tak nampak dalam floor plan. Okay, interlock is clearly seen. Zul present, corner sini, corner situ. Yes, it is physically clearly seen. And then I love the layering on your wall tadi tu. Yeah, well translated. But the choice of color tu a bit kurang sesuai. Choice of color tu patutnya lebih I pun tak kata lebih apa. Tak berapa, tak naik lah dengan you punya display tadi tu. The interior is too, the choice of color, it's too, bukan too dark, tak tahu tu apa. Okay, and then saya rasa OKU tak friendly kat building ni. Cara display tu tidak integrate dengan building. Cara display tu tak integrate building. Sebab saya rasa dia afterthought. Dia lepas buat bangunan tu, okay kita letak je lah macam ni tu. It should be like, saya bayangkan bila you jalan tadi tu, patutnya you punya board tu, you can lekatkan dia dekat dinding, boleh combine lah. Dekat floor ada, dekat floor mungkin kat tengah. Lepas tu dekat dinding, duduk dalam you punya kuih lapis tadi, mungkin in between the panel tu ada glass, one long glass kan full height, floor to ceiling height. Daripada sikit sangat idea je lah tadi and then you really need human untuk hidupkan human orang tengah duduk dekat tengok courtyard, orang tengah jalan, sebab nak nampakkan feel human scale and your building dalam tu. Exploration BSP. Okay, ini pula okay, ini tips tau. Tips untuk you all. Kalau you rasa design, this is not only for this. Kalau you rasa you punya bumbung tidak menarik, okay, bumbung tak soft, bumbung tak menarik, jangan ambil view atas ke bawah. Sebab you tak nampak that beauty of your building design. Okay, dia akan nampak macam you suruh orang ambil gambar, tapi orang tu tinggi daripada you, and then you ambil dia, you nampak katik je, and then you bengang. Kan? So teknik ambil gambar, kan bawah ke atas, so you nampak tinggi semua kan. So same here. So kalau nak tengok konteks boleh, tapi ambil gambar at lower than human level, lepas tu ke atas sikit, so that you can see the shadow of the roof towards you punya building. And then dalam tu nampak sikit panel-panel, daripada luar tu nampak panel-panel kat dalam. So that's the petua untuk buat killer drawing. Okay, kalau nak buat roof macam ni boleh, tapi like secondary drawing, secondary. Sebab roof ke bawah ni akan nampak building you penyet, tak nampak the beauty of your building. Itu kisah dia. So that's why bila hari semalam kan kita duk pilih killer drawing. Sampai ada to the extent tau, ada competition untuk killer drawing. So killer you tu nak tunjuk bangunan ke nak tunjuk konteks, nak tunjuk roof saja. So it should be a balance. And then 70% mesti bangunan dan ke atas. That's the tips lah. Okay. Best view down to up as your killer drawing. Okay. So itu je kot saya nak komen. Yang ni pun atas ke bawah, yang ni pun atas ke bawah. Jadi tak ada lah. Macam koyak tu kan, koyak tu dia nampak cantik sikit, dia nampak foreground and background and the building surrounding it, tapi tak cukup sebenarnya. Lepas tu tak ada orang, dia tak hidup, tak ada orang, dia tak hidup. Kita pernah suruh student print balik drawing, masukkan orang kereta, orang naik basikal, kanak-kanak, orang bersosial untuk dapat feel of the building, because kita design building for the people kan. Itulah. So okay, well done.
Okay, alright, thank you madam, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you Zul, Mira,
Thank you,
Tiba,
madam.
Balkis. Okay, boleh lena dah.
Lega lah.
Lega.
Alhamdulillah.
Madam, sorry tadi sebab my other members dia tak sihat sikit.
Siapa?
Siapa tak sihat?
Balkis. Dengan
Balkis
Diva mungkin sebab dia
stay
tak
up.
boleh nak stay up. Dia jarang stay up kot. Dia
I see.
Yeah.
You tak perlu stay up sebenarnya. Saya belajar daripada Shadi Qori tu. Tak perlu stay up. Time management. Betul. Saya siap belajar daripada dia. Shadi, kenapa kau boleh siap awal? Dia boleh tak tidur, dia boleh tidur on time kan? Okay, tak apa. It's as long as you belajar setiap kali buat nampak weakness tu you belajar kan. Jom.
Pelan-pelan.
Betul. Seleke.
Group 5
Jayati.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
my voice?
yes.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. I am Faika Farzana binti Muhammad Safawi, and my other group members are Luqman, Hidayati, and Nur Akila. Next slide. So the first part, I'm going to explain what is actually a virtual architecture gallery. So it is not just a website that features images of an architect creative work, but also it is an interactive experience that the visitors can take in many forms in a creative way also. It is quite similar to an art gallery, but the difference is that it features architect work, not the artist work. And we have to thank the technology that we can easily create a virtual gallery that can be easily accessed everywhere and anywhere. So our work is to create a virtual gallery to convey messages behind every beautiful work. Next slide. So these are the benefit of virtual gallery is that location and time is no longer a concern, that the visitors can easily access the digital tour at any time and anywhere. It also draws in more visitors as the social media can get more engagement, and we can share our link also through the social media. It also an education and entertainment, as people at all ages can have the opportunity to experience, to interact with the virtual gallery at their own pace, and make them more eager to learn more. The next one, next slide. So our first issue is that most of virtual gallery lack of identity. So we find the solution from ayah 49, from Surah 49, ayah 13, which means that to create a strong identity is to by combining the things that macam the kaum can berminat lah, macam dia punya identity. The second one is no sense of belonging. We want our visitors to feel welcome when they come to our gallery. The third one, the exhibit display a single plain image, lacking the sense of depth and space that will be experienced in person. We want to give the best hands-on experience for our virtual gallery. And the fourth one is the gallery often lacking the element of exclusivity, making a vulnerable target for copying. We try to make the best layout to give the visitors the best experience. Next slide. I pass to the next presenter.
Okay, so about the NACLI study, our main NACLI study, which is related to our concept, we found it on 13 Safar, on ayat Surah Al-Hujurat, ayat 13. So the ayat that we want to highlight here is that berbagai bangsa dan bersuku puak supaya kamu berkenal-kenalan dan beramah mesra antara satu sama lain. So at first, we want to make it this gallery is related to just one kaum, which is Iban. So we think that again, and we kind of think that is a bit racist, because why we just want to focus about one kaum when we can just include all the kaum in our gallery. So we take that point from this ayah, so that we want to conclude all the elements and all the culture from each kaum to our gallery. So next slide. Okay, so from the NACLI study, we came up with the concept. So just like I mentioned earlier, we want to conclude all the ethnics into our gallery. So that includes as well Iban, Bidayuh, Melanau, Orang Ulu, Kedayan, Javanese, Bugis, and also Murut ethnics. Next slide. Okay, so finally we came up with the concept intertwined chord, which is originally came from the woven art and music. And woven art, as we all know, each ethnics in the Sarawak, they have their own woven art, and usually we call it craft tangan. So in the woven art, it is actually kind of elements that twisted element or twined together. So as you can see here, the point is that two distinct sets of yarns or thread interlaced, becoming one distinctive artwork. So moving on to the music part, which is combination of a single music notes to form a sound, which is basically a definition of a chord. And intertwined chord is basically a high music note and a low music note intertwined together to form a harmonic music. So basically, that's all about our concept. Okay, so a harmonious combination between a song, rhythm, and weaving is revealed and explained in the form of design, a harmonic design. Okay.
Next, I will continue with the precedent study. Our first precedent study is Penlake and Ascendant Grammar School Music Centre, located in Melbourne, Australia, built in 2020 by designed by Charles Ryan McBride. So the thing that we conclude from this precedent study is the parametric design, which is a process based on algorithmic thinking that enable the expressions of parameter. And then next is Chuan's Kitchen or Infinity Mind, located in Foshan, China, built in 2017. So, here is the design strategy of Foshan of the restaurant. The first one is using the sustainable material. Number 2 is parametric design, and number 3 is having a welcoming entrance. And then next is Center Pompidou Mets, designed by Shigeru Ben Architects, built in 2010, located in Metz, France. So the design strategy is about the clear circulations and the parametric roof. Okay, to conclude all the precedent study, here is the layout for our exhibition. Okay, to conclude our precedent study, I make a table which is include Quran verse, relationship, and our design strategy. Okay, the first one is from Surah, the first day of our design, which is on 12 Safar. It is a verse which is related to relationship between man and the creator. This was highlight to us that we need to use Quran as our reference for our design. Next is on 13 Safar, which is our Quran reference is 49 verse 13. It is the verse of the relationship between man to man. So our design strategy for that day is we want to combine the identity of Sarawak, which is the woven art and music, and then produce our concept, which is the intertwined card. So here are some sketches of our building. Next, on 14 Safar, here is our Quran reference. It is about, the verse is the relationship between man to man. And then in this verse, Allah stated that di dalam syurga akan mengalirnya di bawah-bawah sungai, sungguh Allah berbuat apa yang dia kehendaki. So this verse is tell us about how beautiful is the heaven, how attractive it is. So we relate it to our design strategy, which is the welcoming entrance. We want to attract people. We want to tell the people about the beautiful of our art gallery. Okay, and then next is on 15 Safar. There are two relationships, which is man to environment and then man to man. We decided to use the bamboo as our main structure. It is also to embrace the Sarawak identity. And then the second is our circulation. We want to have a clear layout of our virtual gallery. And then next on 16 Safar, which is the words related to man to creator, which is on that day we realized how important is the Quran as our guidance in our design. As you can see, next I will show our building. You can see clearly the concept in the building. Okay, in this, the last verse is about our design strategy for the lighting. Here are some of the sketches, our early design. Next, I'll pass to Akila.
Dah masuk design ke ni? Kedai ni? Dah masuk design ke? Sorry. Back kejap tadi. You start. You.
Here ke?
Oh, sini. Mula dari sini. Is it?
Sini.
Oh, okay. Exterior sketch. Okay, next. Okay. Oh, ini. Alright. Okay. Board layout tadi apa ya?
Board layout tu susunan
Okay.
letak kat dalam.
Storyboard layout. Okay. Oh, cantik. I suka. Layout and circulation. Layout and circulation. Right.
Okay. Never mind, I will continue with the.
Boleh.
Okay.
Silakan.
So this is our layout and circulation. Here are some of the perspective view. This is our front view.
Sekejap. Satu-satu. Yang tadi tu, yang mula tadi. Tengah nak menghayati. I tak pernah tengok your design, your group. Madam Yati dah tengok
Ada tengok tapi terkejut tengok bumbung dia. Waduh.
Okay. Alright. Okay, next. Okay. Right. Again, reverse. Meja dengan kerusi tu nak sama tinggi dengan you punya board tu
Board tu dia macam ke bawah, dia macam laluan ke bawah.
How high is the board? Yang tengah tu.
Itu.
Kalau you letak orang satu kat situ, macam mana dia punya scale dia? Human scale. Cuba you conteng satu orang kat situ. Tengah melihat. Ke coffee table you tu besar sangat?
Dia macam turun ke bawah. Dia macam ada ruang kat bawah tu. Ada tangga ni actually.
Oh, dia sunken.
Ke dalam.
Alkisahnya. Okay. Alright. So is that a coffee table or a big table?
I don't know, mate.
Ke tercampak kat situ? Terpaste kat situ. Dia macam, kenapa furniture-nya macam gitu? You know? Out of nowhere. Okay, tak apalah. See the scale tu, effect cara kita membaca you punya, your building punya ni lah kan? Overall. Okay, tak apa. Next.
Presentation.
Yang tadi tu nak tunjuk apa
Yang ni view daripada atas. Dia macam ada, kalau media nampak dia 2 tingkat je.
Atas tu ada tempat?
Ada board juga.
Board? Oh, okay. Lepas tu next slide. Oh, board dia ni kat mana? Belakang?
Belakang.
Okay.
Lepas tu ni.
Are you not allowed to put human? Soalan.
Kan semua tak ada
Sekolah Bro Nash kata jangan letak orang. Kau macam mana kan? Okay, alright. You all tertinggal ataupun you all tak terfikir nak letak orang? Macam mana? Nak tahu juga tu? Tak ada masa nak letak orang.
Terlupa
ya.
Tak sempat.
Tak sempat. Okay. Alright. Okay. Is this your board? Siap ke tak siap ni?
Siap.
Soalan. Sabar je lah. Saya nampak bendera Negeri Sembilan je tu. Ke bendera
Sarawak?
Board ni siap? Okay. Okay. Ada lagi? You punya 3D? Virtual?
Nak tengok yang kat klip kita.
Ya. Tengok apa?
Yang apa? Yang 3D tu ke?
Virtual.
Virtual.
Walk-through.
Walk-through. Boleh?
Kejap Dayat. Aku share.
Inilah kisahnya kan?
Ending dia kan?
Macam ni nak share.
Siapa yang mana yang lain? Kila. Berat jelas. Ada lagu-lagu ke?
Tak boleh masukkan lagu kat sini, madam.
Tak dibenarkan?
Kalau tak, tak. Kalau nak masukkan lagu macam kena bayar macam tu lah. Kalau tak kami nak masukkan lagu juga sebab kan konsep kami kan muzik dengan
simfoni apa tadi kan?
Itulah dia ada sense of sounds kan.
Tapi macam tak boleh nak masukkan. Tak dengar rupanya, saya mute ni tadi. Ni macam sebenarnya yang ni kami punya structure ni kami pakai bambu tau, bambu and glass. Sebab kami nak tunjukkan macam 3D version of our woven art dekat Sarawak tu. So macam sekali pandang macam orang tahulah Sarawak punya woven art. And kami nak embrace the Sarawakian identity. Maaf start guys sebab dia macam lambat sikit internet. Okay. And also why we want it to be curvy because we want it to be harmonized with the chords, with the rhythm of the song. Macam kalau dekat tepi ni kalau madam perasan kita orang macam banyak pakai straight lines kan. Itu sebenarnya macam kami nak menunjukkan music chord tu macam tak semestinya straight line, dia macam curvy ikut irama lagu macam tu lah. Okay. Dari dalam ni kami bahagikan board kami kepada 4 partition. Yang sunken tadi yang madam tanya tu, yang bawah tu kerja untuk kami fokuskan kepada third year punya kerja, which is FCAP center. Lepas tu start kami punya visual gallery ni dengan dari sini, dari belah kanan kami punya ni. Yang ni board food center daripada second year. And then lambat sangat. Okay, and then naik tangga tu kami yang ni buat untuk site analysis. Kami bahagikan board kami kepada 4 partition. Lepas tu turun. Lambat ni internet. Okay. Yang ni yang gambar yang Dayat tunjukkan tadi daripada atas. Daripada atas boleh nampak yang dekat belah bawah. Tapi tak boleh bergerak ke sana kan. Maaf.
Tutung sampah ke tu Kila? Kenapa nak masuk ke sana?
Ini main sumbat je ni.
Why? Nak suruh orang buang sampah.
Sebenarnya saya cuba buang tapi saya tak berjaya buang. Lepas tu dia ada je dekat situ sampai habis.
At the first place kenapa masukkan?
Okay, lepas
tu you masuk orang daripada masuk tu sampah. Aduh. Ya tu. Aduh.
Okay, lepas tu turun ni. Yang ni yang third partition kita orang which is magic drawing. ni magic drawing. Lepas tu and the last one akan pergi turun tangga daripada tengah tadi tu, and bawah ni semua akan kami tunjukkan hasil kerja third year tu. Macam itu je lah intinya.
Kalau klik satu hasil kerja.
Ni kami dah terus gabungkan banyak dia dalam satu board. Ini hasil kerja CAD.
Okay, alright. Okay. Beres.
Alright. Sangkut-sangkut lah.
Itu saja. Ada lagi nak tambah? Faikah?
Itu saja.
Hidayati? Luqman, anything to add?
Tak ada macam.
Okay, cuba pasang balik you punya final board tu. Saya komen dulu Madam Yati. Take turn.
Okay.
Tak banyak nak menulis. Boleh on balik board tadi? Board, final board.
Hidayat?
Macam mana?
Hidayati?
Hidayati nama manja apa? Panjang nak panggil Hidayati.
Yat.
Oh, Yat. Nanti lawan pula Madam Yati ya.
Oh, Yat, disclaimer Yat.
Yat, come on Yat.
Kan. Sudah tersedap Hidayati. Oh, saya ke?
Kan.
Qayyim masih tunjuk tu je kan?
Raya?
Qayyim dia tunjuk apa?
Qayyim.
Tu gambar Qayyim tu. Gambar Qayyim kan dia tunjuk macam ni je.
Peace, madam, peace.
Peace.
Ya, saya tak nampak pula Qayyim dalam ni. Oh, okey nampak. Qayyim 7. Okey, come.
Tengok Luqman ada peti belakang dia tu, nampak tu.
Yat, cepat Yat. Final board Yat.
Final board. Oh,
Subhanallah. Dia tak dengar ni.
Ngantuk.
Panca final board. Sekejap lagi tidur.
Dia pun tak sihat sangat madam sebenarnya.
Siapa?
Dayat.
Yat tak sihat ke?
Kena ambil vitamin. Orang ni kena datang campus ni ubat dia. Baru first apa?
Ready. Tak apalah bagi
project. Yang macam tadi tu yang ada 2 terus tu. Your final slide. Yang final slide
yang dekat
tadi.
ni.
Ya. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Balkis pula group lain. Luqman, Yat, Kila, Faika. 1, 2, 3, 4 orang juga Grup 4 kan? Grup 4 kan?
5 madam.
Grup 5. Aduh, sorry. Okay, tadi grup 6, 5. Okay, thank you all 4 of you. I think you have done a good job. I have not seen your concept whatsoever before this. Tak pernah come across you punya group. But anyway, it's a good final outcome lah. Saya rasa none of any of your group tu ada masalah in translating Nakli concept, ideation, because saya rasa semua group very vast. Dia punya outcome of your research before design tu is very vast. And finally when dia jadi ke konsep intertwined chord tu, kat situ, because there's nothing wrong with your nakli tau, okay? Because kalau you nak study dia lebih banyak ayat untuk masuk dalam tu, then there's a lot of things that you need to think, okay? Jadi make sure that at any time bila you want to go to you punya final intertwined chord, for example, you capture the keyword saja untuk you carry throughout sampai sudah design to carry throughout, macam layer ke apa ke, you punya apa rhythm and symphony tadi, for example, you capture the keyword yang you boleh translate dalam bentuk fizikal. Okay, Kilah Luqman, remember that. Kalau tidak kan, intertwine tu nak nampak macam mana? Intertwine tu you are translating intertwine in the form of the roof structure, for example. Jadi tuliskan bila dah daripada nakli ke konsep ke fizikal tu. Konsep ke fizikal tu kita panggil design approach. Kita dah masuk design dah. Jadi saya punya evaluation pada hari ini, without knowing your previous process macam mana, is that you do not done enough for design development. Okay, for design development. For research A dah. Design development tu tak cukup. Bila saya tengok you punya final ni, you are missing like the best part in design, which is the design process. Tak nampak. Kalau tengok group Zul tadi tu, there's a lot of bubble. Itu sebenarnya yang panel luar nak tengok. Dia akan tengok you punya first board, macam mana you come about that concept. Dia akan tengok cara you berfikir, apa yang you lukis tu menunjukkan cara you berfikir lah. So dia akan tengok daripada bulat pergi ke memanjang, melebar, membujur lalu semua kan. So that's the most expensive part at first year level. At part 1 level. Okay, jadi kat situ is missing. Saya kata habis ke tak habis you punya board. Because first board tu mesti kaya dengan design process. Okay, tadi tu saya tak tengok detail group 6 punya board, tetapi I puas hati dengan first board dia, where the design process tu berlaku dengan serious, and then you portray that. And then nakli tadi je yang ada panjang sikit, but that's okay. It's a balance between diagram and nakli tadi, board group 6 tadi. Tapi yang ini, there's a lot of missing thing there. Tapi bila saya link balik, presentation you dengan your design development tu kurang. So that's why you kurang ada that bubble here. Kurang ada bubble. Sebenarnya itu yang paling mahal tau. Kilah, Luqman, Faika, Hidayati. Itu yang paling mahal dalam dalam terhasilnya satu design yang walah lah. Kan? So make sure that you do not leave that. Okay, mesti ada dalam 5, 6, 10 slide pun tak apa on you punya design process. How you come about dapat floor plan tu? Soalan paling generik saya tanya, how do you come about dapat floor plan tu? Dia mesti duduk dekat board pertama, lepas tu baru dia pergi ke board kedua, dan floor plan tu then munculnya bentuk macam ellipse sikit tu kan, bentuk ellipse tu. As simple as that. Okay, kalau tidak dia macam tiba-tiba dia jadi macam tu saja. Dia tak aci. You kena goreng sikit sebelum tu. Alright. So don't miss that important process kat situ. And then okay, nak komen kat mana? Sekejap okay, sekali lah dengan animation tadi the bamboo thing is very dominant, sangat clear dia punya bamboo punya integration itu. The adaptation of bamboo as material sangat jelas, sangat dominant on the roof, on the wall. I hope dia punya tempat display panel tu, I hope it's not black. I hope it's like just one piece, satu tiang bamboo, lepas tu dia ada wire ataupun turnbuckle ke, dia just hanging in between a very transparent perspective, hanging macam tu, and then you can see the backdrop of the bamboo belakang. Jadi dia macam, it's like very transparent, translucent kind of this gallery. Sebab bila you ada hitam, dia dah, kalau you pandang elevation, nak pandang tu dia hitam, belakang tu dia bamboo. So dia nampak a bit solid, and belakang tu solid lagi. So I was imagining masa you lalu tadi virtual tu, paling cantik dia macam ada dua, macam nak satu display. Dua ni is tiang buluh special design. Buluh, dua batang. Lepas tu you letaklah you punya display board tu macam tu. Macam tu. And then it is dalam perspective or something so that you can see, appreciate you punya material bamboo tadi tu. Kan? Itu idea lah, okay? So that dia nampak less solid, less wall again kan. Board gelap sangat. Patut bamboo juga. Okay, animation tadi it's like the context is too barren. Hati-hati bila bangunan dah sangat kontras, bangunan dah sangat bold, bukan kontras. Bangunan dah bold tapi dia punya konteks tu a bit barren there. Barren means pasir yang tu ciput aja dia punya pokok-pokok dia macam plang macam tu kan. Dia macam anti climax kat situ. I wish it's a nice building would be sitting on a green grass area so that you ada reflection of the green towards you punya glass roof tadi tu kan. So yeah, too barren lah dia punya konteks tadi. Should have ada konteks yang lebih taklah meriah sebenarnya, tetapi mungkin bukan pasir-pasir yang macam tu kot. Okay, jadi dia nampak a bit barren lah. I think that's the word. Okay. Yeah, okay, for the presentation board. First board ni too simple. Yeah, a precedent study tak perlu pun tak apa, boleh masuk sikit-sikit aja. Sebenarnya you punya konsep tu yang penting. Mana konsep you? Tak cukup. Sketches tak cukup. Kejadian dia tu harus nampak lebih serius. Okay? Kawasan precedent study tu sepatutnya design process. How you come about that drawing? How you come about with the roof macam ni? Soalan I, how do you come about with that parametric roof tadi tu? Tak boleh kata sebab precedent study dan you buat roof ikut precedent study. Dia tidak begitu. Dia ada design process macam mana you come about that roof, for example. Okay? Dan form dan bentuk. And then tak ada satu killer drawing. Killer drawing untuk menggambarkan 3D of your building. Dia kena ada satu. Dia kena ada satu yang that's the biggest image, yang itulah adalah pandangan yang paling killer lah. Pusing kot ni, pusing kot tu. Mana pandangan yang paling killer untuk menggambarkan your tajuk intertwined chord. Kadang-kadang kat atas tu tau, Luqman. Macam mana nak? Sekejap macam nak ni. Ketik. Intertwined chord. Contoh kat situ. Kat sini you punya killer drawing satu. Lepas tu kat sini letaklah you punya gapo-gapo isu tu. Sini you punya konsep-konsep. You dah ada storyboard tadi tu, tapi you lupa nak buat this best that best shot of your building. Your best shot of your building. So ini yang missing ni sebenarnya. Kat sini pun dekat belah kanan pun macam tak ada kan, macam just elevations, plan pun very flat sangat, flare sangat. But okay, in terms of idea I bagi A for idea, untuk sebab you berani mencuba. I love the idea, walaupun banyak benda pelik-pelik, kenapa roof macam tu kan. But I appreciate your explorative idea. Bamboo and glass, I think it's amazing. Nampak shadow tu kat dalam. Satu kelainan yang saya duk carilah. Okay, so bravo for that. Okay, Itu saja, Madam Yati, sila.
Okay. My comment kan, congratulations jugalah you all this group kan. You all dapat sampai ke presentation for today. Cuma beberapa ni lah rasa macam idea ni masa present, and then this group also present yang masa dengan Brownish dan sebagainya, nampak best tau your idea tu, terutama yang you kata woven arts and music tu kan. You nak kan daripada awal dia nak sense of Sarawak punya belongings tu kan, so that you nak ada sound, sense of sound tu bila masuk tu ada. Memang you tak dapat buat masa walkthrough tadi tak ada kan, tapi at least yang mula-mula you nak tunjuk tu dia nampak ada dia punya Sarawak punya identity yang anyaman tu kan. Dekat situ idea memang cantik dah kan, dengan nakli tu nampak dah, tapi at the end rasa macam alamak, bumbung you tak soft kan, macam agak keras lah. Saya cakap macam tu lah. Mungkin you tak study sehebat you punya konsep and ideologi tu. Dan kalau you study lagi mungkin you dapat lebih baik, ataupun you boleh start dengan 3D punya beberapa alternatif, dan you boleh nampak dia punya lebih baik dia punya roof tu lah. Roof tu nampak macam mungkin boleh diperbaiki sikit lagi lah roof tu kan. Then you material of glass dan juga bambu tu mungkin teknologi tu boleh, tapi in terms of psychology gallery tu you kena consider, sebab once you ada glass roof dengan gallery, dia maybe dia punya glare tu kan, glare dari segi drawing you nak tengok tu lah, kalau bukan virtual, tapi kalau reality glare tu lebih takut. Kalau you tengok gallery dia ada macam up light, down light punya yang fokus kepada satu-satu drawing kan. Dia tak nak yang lighting yang terlalu banyak dalam satu area. Itu pun kena ada consideration lah. Mungkin boleh study dari segi yang tu juga, segi lighting tu lah kan. Kenapa you choose glass. Bambu tu okay sebab you nak nampakkan dia original material daripada Sarawak tu is very good, and you nak material tu. Saya idea yang sangat-sangat bagus lah. Memang boleh bagi A lah, macam Madam Wan sebut tadi. You punya idea memang bagus lah, best lah kan. Cuma yang tu je lah, dari segi bumbung tu mungkin tak consider sangat lah. Okay, dari segi you buat dari segi layout layout you punya floor plan tu tadi tu, in terms of construction and dimension kan. Kalau tengok tak tahu berapa ketinggian, mungkin very steep staircase lah yang dua-dua tu kan, sebab nampak mungkin mezzanine, tapi macam mana 15 meter times 15 meter punya sizes you nak letakkan tu staircase sekali kat situ. Tu rasa dah pernah komen, mungkin kecilkan sikit kan. Tapi tak apa, dah ada tu okey lah. In terms of presentation board kan, in terms of presentation board nampak tu sebab itulah Madam Wan tanya, saya faham maksud dia siap ke tak ni kan. Dia macam ada benda dia yang tak cukup tau kan. Sebab apa? Sebab you elevation section tu kita tak nampak in terms of section tu, apa yang you nak tunjuk section you tu kan, dekat mana, mungkin ada special ke you nak tunjukkan dekat situ. Bambu kan, you know, bambu tu. So section yang jelas tu tak nampak lah. Kalau kat sini section ni kat mana? Dari segi board you tu. Ada ke? Senyap je. Halo, grup 5.
Section kita orang tak letak dalam board ada.
Sebab itulah kan, nampak dia ada je missing. Tengok, pandangan mata sekali, orang kata apa, sekilas air di laut macam mana? Boleh nampak. Okay, itu kita nak tengok juga sebab you menggunakan bamboo and glass. Kita nak tengok dia section daripada tangga naik ke mezzanine itu kan atau loft itu. Itu yang kita nak tengok. Keunikan dia tu kan, macam mana nak nampakkan woven tadi tu, dia punya apa tu, mungkin lagi satu space link antara space dengan space tu kan, kita nak nampak lah section kan, kena ada lah. Then saya tahu, saya pasti kumpulan ni saya pernah create 2 kali ke dua kali masa turning tu kan, patah balik tu. You punya sketches memang banyak dan cantik tau, kenapa tak ada dalam ni kan? So design process is very important. You tunjuk macam ni, kita tak nampak lah kerajinan kumpulan ni. Actually
betul.
Ni rajin.
Oh ya ke? Banyak sketches.
Banyak sketches dia orang. Dia punya development tu macam mana nak dapatkan ni kan, semua ada development. Dari segi plan layout pun ada. Macam mana dia nak dapatkan space. At last you floor plan macam ni, saya tak tahu macam mana dia punya dapat plan layout ni, macam mana dia punya movement, dia punya proses tu sampai ke final ni kan. Masa yang sebelum final tu ada satu lah yang saya nampak okey juga kan, tak ada kat sini. Sayanglah kan, kena kompos satu lah nanti. Mungkin design proses ataupun you punya diagrammatic, you diagram kan you punya sketches tu, letak lah, nampak lah dia punya flow tu macam mana you dapat kan, barulah faham sampai final yang ini kan. Okay, mungkin boleh tambah lagi lah, letak sikit lah. So ni lah kan. Okay, dari segi 3D tadi tu, okay, saya suka lah, saya nampak macam wah, dia lain sikit kan, nampak shadow, nampak kan, okay lah. Cuma mungkin ada sebahagian nampak ada glass, sebahagian mungkin boleh tutup, takut glare yang tu je. Mungkin ada bamboo intermediate tu kan, itu mungkin you boleh study sikit lagi lah. Anyway, overall congratulations to group 5, you selesai dan dapat submit for today. Alright.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, Madam.
Alah, hai, sedih je bunyi korang. Jom.
Sekejap saya
Okay, jom group 4.
Dah boleh nampak ke?
Boleh. Siapa ni?
Mati.
Rifa.
Nampak sekejap. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami daripada grup 4. Ini virtual gallery kami. Member grup saya Koyim, Syifa, Hanan, Izzah dan juga saya. Next, we're going to our issue, which is our first issue is the circulation of people in gallery nowadays is in haywire. The second issue is we need more welcoming entrance to attract visitors because the entrance nowadays is too common. Number 3, our issue is the gallery is too enclosed with no natural lighting. And number 4 is we wanted to give a new look to Sarawak theme while preserving the Sarawak identity. Next is our precedent study, which is the Sarawak Museum campus. Actually, this building is from a competition from, wait, I didn't insert the architect that do this project. So from this Sarawak Museum campus, what we feel about this museum is that we look at the motifs of the museum and also how they relate it to the culture motifs.
Dah bina ya? Fifa?
Apa?
Dah bina?
Ini tak kot. Tak sure sebab dia bagi ni je. Rasanya tak kot. Ini macam competition punya ni.
So it's a proposal lah. Oh, I see.
And then next is our Nakli study, which is from Surah Al-Fatihah. I just pick a few nakli that relates to our issue. From our issue, which is the circulation is in haywire. The highlighted nakli is from Surah 16 ayat 16, which is, dan dia menciptakan tanda-tanda petunjuk dan jalan. Dan dengan bintang-bintang itulah mereka mendapat petunjuk. I highlighted the word petunjuk here, which is the relationship is man to man. We would like to have a petunjuk in our virtual gallery and having a spiral shape to guide the visitors in the virtual gallery. And then next is our issue about the natural lighting from Surah 6 ayat 1. Segala puji tertentu bagi Allah yang menciptakan langit dan bumi dan menjadikan gelap dan terang. Dalam pada itu, orang-orang kafir menyamakan sesuatu yang lain dengan Tuhan mereka. We pick the keyword terang, which is the relationship is meant to environment, which is we would like to have the natural lighting, and also it would guide the pathway for our exhibition. Next is tak nampak. Next is our nakli for issue invasion and visibility. Maka sesungguhnya kami akan kabarkan kepada mereka apa-apa yang telah mereka perbuat, sedang kami mengetahui keadaan mereka dan kami sekali-kali tidak jauh dari mereka, which the relationship is man to man. We like to have our virtual gallery is in areas that are not secluded entirely. And also for our virtual gallery, we have Surah Nakli, Surah 9 ayat 1, which is the keyword is pemutusan hubungan. The relationship is man to man. Our gallery is divided into 4 spaces, which is the 4 spaces is specifically for the 4 exhibition. And also from Surah 11 ayat 1, the keyword is tersusun or arrange. The relationship is man to man. How we want to relate is how we arrange our projects or the exhibition boards in on the partition. And next is our main nakli, which is Surah 17 ayat 1, Surah Al-Isra. The keyword is memperlihatkan. The relationship is meant to creator. The issue that we want to relate to this nakli is we want to give a new look to Sarawak theme while preserving the Sarawak identity. And lastly, from Surah 15 ayat 9, the keyword is memeliharanya, which is relationship meant to environment. We want to preserve the Sarawak identity while adding the Sarawak's motifs. Next is our concept, which is integration of classic within contemporary. Next is our ideation, which is we use bog, as in the shield in the Sarawak. The reason why we choose bog is because from zaman dahulu, the warriors of the Dayaks, they use bog or the shields to prevent themselves from getting attacked by the enemy. Such as Dayaks, they use larger, heavier shields to protect their bodies as they attempted to set fire to the pylons of a besieged longhouse. And also it is primarily served to deflect poisons, darts, and possibly as shamanistic tools. Nowadays, they use the shields as one of their ritual tools. And then next is our design strategy, which is our design is we would like to have a wall for privacy but also ventilated. We use the bamboo material to have the natural sense, the sense of nature, and also to feel the Sarawak's theme. And also we have the high ceiling for preventing the heat in the building, and also a skylight to let the natural light come in. And also to show the identity of Sarawak, which is the Sarawak motifs as is our facade. And I'm sorry, this is actually a thatching roof. We have some typos here. And also we have a thatched roof. This is our design strategy. We show it from our preceding study. So this is the ground plan. So to the left is we have the food center and also the site analysis exhibition. Actually, for the courtyard, we've changed it into some kind of public space for the sittings. Also, the ceiling in our virtual gallery, we have a mezzanine floor. So under the mezzanine floor, we have a pattern ceiling. And also, we use this kind of entrance as our inspiration to make our entrance. And also, this is the plan for our mezzanine floor, which is they have a FCAP postgraduate exhibition, and to the right is measured drawing exhibition. Okay, and then this is our sketches and how we relate to our Nakli. Can you guys, do you want to add something?
Go. Syifa.
Ada tak?
Qayyim. Bisa. Lepas ni nak pergi ke mana? Yang you suruh dia orang add ni? You nak masuk building dah? Is it?
Ada sikit sketches pasal
Alright.
Yang sketches tadi, let me explain lah. This one.
Ni sebenarnya sketches Qayyim.
Mana abang tu?
Yang macam ni tu mana? Yang macam ni tu?
Dia syahid dah macam.
I want to circulation sketches.
Nak tanya sikit Fifa Izzah. Apa tadi BOK tu? How do you pronounce it? Bok. That's your concept, is it?
It's our ideation.
Ideation. So di mana yang you transfer that idea of Bok tadi tu?
We interpret the Bok, which is the function of it, which is to protect and to shield or to memelihara the user, to interpret that into our issue, which is we want to show the Sarawak motifs or theme while preserving its own identity, which is we use the motifs from it.
Okay, alright. Ada dalam design strategi tadi kan? Okay. Alright, silakan Izzah.
Izzah macam sangkut.
Tersangkut dia.
Okay, tak apa. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay. Izzah okay ke?
Tak okay.
Susah? Okay. Dengar? Okay, dengar.
Izzah dengar je.
Okay. Dengar je. Abaikan kamera. Okay, so for the sketches, we actually came up with several ideas. First of all, if you can see at the top right, we initially wanted to make like the elevated floor, the mezzanine floor tu bersambung with two staircase at the end. But then Madam Yati kata macam dia tak berapa welcoming. And too symmetrical. Dengar lagi ke?
Dengar.
Okay, dia tengah. Okay. Lepas tu, it's too symmetrical. So we sketch some of this and came up dengan yang kiri tu. So we decided to like have a ramp dekat the stage, dekat courtyard tu, and then untuk naik ke atas. So people can have access to upper floor and also the lower floor lah. But then kalau difikirkan balik, it's like dia too much. Dia boleh diakses daripada mana-mana tempat. And dia tak, circulation dia tak berapa bagus lah. It's still in haywire. So kita orang, we decided to go with something else, yang the sketches yang kat bawah tu, which is having a single staircase at the center of the courtyard tu, so that orang masuk in the entrance, dia akan terus nampak the staircase, and then dia akan jadi macam tumpuan the visitors, so they can go upstairs first and then baru go down at the lower stair. So itulah kami punya circulation. Dia akan mengelilingi the upper floor, and then baru dia turun ke bawah and then mengelilingi the lower floor. Okay, that's all for the sketches.
This is some more sketches to relate to our issue, which is you want to have the welcoming entrance, and this is our sketches. And then for the enclosed gallery or natural lighting, we add which is from the design strategy is the the skylight on the roof. And then lastly, our main issue is we want to give a new look to Sarawak theme while presenting with the Sarawak identity. We use the motifs and also the material of bamboo to represent the identity of Sarawak. While also our design added some more element, which is the contemporary element. And then this is how we classify our classic and our contemporary, which is the classic is we have our motif, the texture roof, the bamboo material, and also the natural lighting. And also our contemporary element is we have the partition material, the pattern ceiling, the slanted V column, and also our partition shape. And then moving on to our 3D model. This is from our front elevation. There's the entrance.
Sorry. Back tadi satu slide tadi. Tak apa faham. Slide
Ini
apa cerita ni? Klasik
ini kami classify the classic and contemporary punya element macam yang kami apply to our virtual gallery.
Oh, yang klasik ni yang asal lah kan? Contemporary ni is your design.
And kami gabungkan semua dalam satu gallery.
Okay. It's better that you sketch tau, Fifa. Kalau you sketch, kotak ni jadi besar and then you sketch. Macam masuk. Dia lagi masuk, lagi feel.
Okay. We'll try to by key on that part. And also our 3D model from the front elevation. This is our entrance. And then this is from the right elevation. Left elevation. This is the right elevation. And this is how sorry.
Tapi mana?
Daripada front balik.
Nak feel.
Okay, so
front tu glare lah dia nampak kena pakai topi.
Kita buat macam ni.
Okay, front, and then this is right elevation, and then our left, and lastly from the right elevation. Okay, for this we have the space division, which is divided into 4 spaces, which represent the 4 exhibition. For the food center, FCAP postgraduate, major drawing and site analysis, and food center boards. So we have this kind of partitions. And this is how our partitions looks like. This is the FCAP postgraduate partition, the site analysis partition. This is the measured drawing, and lastly the food center and under the mezzanine floor.
Is this your design?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So slow sikit.
Sorry. I try to slow down. Okay.
Site analysis tu mana drawing dia?
Ada dekat dalam. Dia macam tak nampak pula.
Signage dia untuk masuk ke dalam, begitu?
Dia ada 2 curve.
Signage kan?
Ada some kind of one entrance.
Alright. Baik. Okay, jom.
Tak nampak full pula dia punya tu.
Tak sabar nak masuk ni.
Alamak.
Alamak, kenapa
Continue,
tak
continue.
kata?
Tidak.
Belum. Kapan? Lama nak keluar.
Dia sebab ada co-host dah ni, biasanya boleh continue.
Co-host, continue cepat.
Sri, boleh
Jangan
tak?
keluar.
Boleh tak, Sri?
Dia kata
Andrea.
all breakout rooms will close in 4 seconds. 3.
Ada tak dia kata continue?
Tak ada.
Kami
Alright. Sambung balik. This is the view from the upper staircase from the mezzanine floor. So this is our facade with Sarawak's motifs. And this is how it looks like on the first floor. A little bit of plant and also the sitting area. And also this is under the mezzanine floor, we have the partitions or the exhibitions. And this is the picture from the entrance. And then, okay. This is the view from the outside, showing our context. This another picture of exterior and interior here, the sitting area. And then the full view of our virtual gallery. And then this is our board. Korang ada nak tambah apa lagi ke?
Tak ada kot. Dengar ke?
If ada nak explain ke? Okay.
Sama sikit pasal partition. For the partition, the reason why we really want to make it a different design is because of the, you can see the board, Sarawak sheet. They have many type of board. Also have their own pattern. We can see in the different ethnic kaum in Sarawak, they have semua ada motif, tapi dia ada motif yang tersendiri untuk mereka. So from that, we want to make that we have a variant of like a partition. We want to make variety in our circulation and how we pin up the board. So it can make more we can see the integrate of the many culture of the Sarawak. And also for the facade that have the motif is that our integrate from the motif Sarawak. Actually sepatutnya untuk motif fasad tu kami ada nak buat motif yang kami develop from the motif of Sarawak, but it's difficult to make it in 3D, so we try find something that we can put similar as the motif like that. And then I think that's for the for me. Ada?
Dah habis aku.
Lepas ni tak ada dah?
Apa tu Seri tunjuk Klapti.
Okay.
This will stop. Do you want to finish? Nampak skrin ke?
Nampak itik.
Ni ada dekat kami punya virtual gallery juga, madam.
Wah,
terlalu ungin.
Ni ya. Okay. Boleh buat dia ni. So first kali ni daripada outside from the side before entering the art gallery. Okay. So this is our entrance. So this is the view when we right after we enter the art gallery. So here at the center is like a platform for the visitors to sit after they have venture around our virtual gallery. So since yang Izzah previously explained, the circulation will be going upstairs first. So we will visit the FCAP Postgraduate Center. And after after this, you can see that each of the section have different partitions and different design of partitions. So for the FCAP Postgraduate Center, this is it. The port. Dia akan buat circulation around the partition. This is above the mezzanine floor. Dia ada buat depan belakang of the partitions yang curve. Then we will arrive to the
measured drawing.
Partition of measured drawing pula. The different section. So we enter. Okay, sekejap. Mana Zah? Okay, this is, so yang tadi waktu the early one, the FCAP Postgraduate Center is right there. But lepas tu kita pergi dekat the partition of measured drawing here. After going through it, oh ni lah baru kita masuk, kita kena circle dia dulu baru kita boleh masuk dekat partition tu. Boleh tengok board of measured drawing. This one is shop house and ada dekat situ. Rumah tradisi Datuk Kelana Petra. So after we have ventured through the above the mezzanine floors, kita go through the lower level. This is the food center punya exhibition. Oh, as you can see, dia macam dia punya partition memang berbeza dengan compared to the other two yang up on the upper floors. Yes. Then this is same. This is all the boards, all the partitions. Okay, circle. Dia akan pusing balik sebab few of the boards yang kat depan ni ada depan belakang. Dia pasted depan belakang on the partitions. And after kita dah visit all the boards, all the partitions on the food center punya exhibition, then baru kita pergi ke site analysis punya. This is the last one, the last partition, which is the site analysis. Okay, so this one lah yang the site analysis yang nampak tadi macam curve on the outside tu. Bila masuk, baru akan ada the boards. Tekan ni dulu. Tengok satu-satu. Then still akan dia macam kalau kita tengok daripada plan, dia punya partition ni bentuk S. It is an S shape punya partition. So dia akan banyak kena macam circular punya circulation. Circular. Okay, after we have go through the site analysis punya partition, So that's the end of our journey dekat dalam virtual gallery ni. So we keluar balik. Keluar. Okay, that's all for the clap tea.
Itu saja dari grup kami.
Tak dengar, Madam Wan.
Madam Wan mute.
Tak dengar?
Madam Wan mute.
Bot, tunjuk bot ke?
Tunjuk bot. Bila pula? I tak mute tau. Siapa yang mute kan? Okay, silakan. Ni last kan?
Yep.
Yes.
Last group kan? Okay. Saya dulu ke, Madam Wan?
Ya, silakan.
Alright. Congratulations to group 4. Marvelous kan? Okay, baguslah. Kata apa saya ni tak pandai yang walk through ni kan, bila tengok tu hebat lah kan. Bila masuk tu rasalah feel dia punya apa yang you nak buat tu lah, macam you nak nampakkan actually yang box tu kita panggil clubbit kan. Clubbit kalau dekat Sarawak tu memang popular lah, dia macam perisai for warrior punya ni lah, dia banyak warna and kalau ikut etnik dia berbeza-beza dari segi pattern tu kan. Okay, yang itu memang nampaklah identiti untuk Sarawak tu yang you nak masuk, and then you punya design strategi pun okay, baguslah you apply the design strategi tu macam mana you gunakan bambu, and then the lighting, dia punya shadow of the bamboo tu semua memang baguslah. And then you punya gila drawing kat sini ni memang nampaklah, ingatkan ini betul-betul ke tiba-tiba ni betul-betul punya 3D lah kan. Baguslah you punya idea ni. Dan you ada satu nakli yang nampak lebih fokus. Cuma dari segi presentation board lah saya nak komen lah. Presentation board ni macam kosong kan untuk you nak pamerkan. Mungkin you boleh arrangekan balik. Gila tu okey, design strategi tu mungkin ada satu portion. Lepas tu you punya sketches tadi masukkan balik. Punya design process tu masukkan balik. Sebab kalau you print A1 ni nampak kosong je nanti. So you kena compose dan you kena susun betul-betul penuh. And then kalau boleh clubbit tu nampakkan dia punya clubbit punya drawing. Corak tu sikit yang mana you nak clubbit tu. Kalau you nak dia sebagai you punya ideation tu kan, nampaklah identiti tu. Supaya juga yang dia ada box tu, kalau kita mau tu presentation drawing in architecture, kita nampak elevation section tu kena ada lah kan. Yang ini adalah more to perspektif. Dia bukannya elevation semua tu tau. Dia lebih kepada perspektif. So better ada lagi satu lah you punya drawing tu, macam mana you punya plan layout you tak nampak kat sini. Kalau buat ni lah, mungkin you compose balik lah. Yang ada yang ni you jadikan dia sebagai satu perspektif yang you nak fill in, bagi dia penuh sikit. Yang tu. Kan? Exterior, interior you boleh compose balik yang tu lah. Itu saya punya komen. And then komen saya kan, dia nampak gah daripada sini. Tapi entrance dia punya entrance tu macam dia tak betul welcoming tu, dia kosong. Ada tak bila masuk, takkan masuk in out je. Mungkin dia ada macam apa tu, first impression nak masuk, katalah masuk tak ada orang ke, nak tanya siapa ni, masuk dia siapa yang you nak kan. Entrance tu kena betul-betul sikit lagi lah kan. Another one adalah dari segi signage tu. Signage you memang itu di situ site analysis kan. Just suggestion dia lah, kalau ada nampak image clubbit tu sikit dalam tu kan, nampaklah clubbit punya apa you nak ideation tadi tu. Mungkin sebagai hiasan ataupun part of your partition ke, atau your signage ke, adalah.
Sebenarnya madam, actually on a few of the partitions punya design ada actually motif yang macam similar to the clubbit, but sebab after render tu dia macam samakan all the material, so dia akan nampak gelap saja.
Oh.
So tadi tak nampak lah waktu kita
Actually dia ada corak.
ada corak kan
Dia
dekat
nampak.
partition tu.
Alah, tu cara dia macam mana? Saya pun tak pakai yang tu.
Itulah,
Kena nampak
saya-
kan? Ataupun nampak kan warrior punya di silhouette tu pun okey. Nak nampakkan apa tu walk box tu lah, kelabit.
Kelabit.
Just idea lah kalau nak menambahkan lagi gah dia tu dalam interior tu. Saya rasa itu komen saya. Very good. Congratulations group 4. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Mana yang lain? Ke gambar saya tak nampak semua orang? Sorry. Kejap. Saya nampak Hanan dengan tak ada nama dah.
Kena sebut kot.
Tak, saya
Kena
nampak
cakap.
Hanan. Sekejap, sorry, sekejap. Macam mana nak besarkan ni? Oh, okay, Syifa. Baru nampak. Besarkan. Syifa, Izzah. Okay.
Diorang dalam virtual gallery lah ni. Belakang partition.
Kehidupan kita dah berapa semester dah macam ni. Okay, nak pindah kejap gambar ni, pindah kejap. Okay. Alright. Siapa yang buat 3D ni ya? Siapa yang develop the 3D for this group? Syifa, Danish, Syifa, Hanan, Izzah.
Izzah.
Izzah buat 3D.
Izzah
main 3D.
Izzah buat 3D.
Izzah
Lepas tu partition kami
mastermind.
bahagikan.
Partition bahagi-bahagikan. Izzah mastermind. Apa tadi ayat tadi? Izzah mastermind.
Izzah mastermind untuk 3D.
So laptop dia lah yang paling laju
Tak betul. Sama je lambat.
Bergantung pada laptop kan. Siapa yang nak buat 3D tu bergantung kepada keupayaan laptop.
Dia macam untuk 3D semua buat, cuma Izzah master. And for partition, untuk partition, since ada 4 partitions, so kita bagi setiap seorang satu partition, kena design. So
Konteks
masing-masing.
apa buat? Konteks?
Konteks koyim.
Side.
Konteks koyim. Who's design? Final design punya?
Izzah.
Izzah. Okay. Saja nak tahu.
Hebat.
Sebab grup ni saya tak pernah tengok.
Tak pernah.
Jadi I don't know who do the work, who don't do the work, you know, who's winning idea. Grup ni saya tak pernah jumpa juga dengan grup intertwine tadi. Itu sebab tanya kan. Jadi okey, alhamdulillah. Saya nak betulkan satu word yang you all duk sebut. The circulation is hair wire. Dia tak begitu. Circulation kita tak namakan dia hair wire lah. Hair wire ni dia macam satu keadaan layman term, tahu. Kalau kita sebut dalam architecture atau built environment ni, circulation tu dia lebih kepada inappropriate circulation, insufficient circulation, inefficient circulation. Dia begitu. Dia bukan keadaan dia hair wire. Sebab sirkulasi ni is the human movement. Jadi kita design circulation, kita betulkan circulation tu. Circulation yang tidak berapa betul tu dia ayat dia begitu. Unsuitable, inappropriate, insufficient, inefficient circulation tu. Okay? Dia lebih sesuai. So maybe you might want to change that word. Lepas tu bila you ambil issue tu, mungkin you tulis inefficient circulation for the typical gallery. Contohnya. Dia just like one point like that gitu. Kalau you kata most of the gallery is circulation dia hair wire tu, cuak juga kan. Jadi galeri-galeri Zaha Hadid, Fava, semua tu macam mana kan. You ambil precedent study di situ. Jadi usaha you adalah you nak bagi dia more efficient and fit apa dia panggil tu, meet the function of the building. Meet the function. Itu dia panggil function follow form. Function follow form. Dia nak dia berpusing macam tadi tu, so that's why your form begitu. So ataupun you have the form and you follow the function. So form follow function, function follow form, begitulah. Okay, so circulation you effect daripada situ jugalah. Okay, tu nak betulkan sajalah you punya terminology tadi And then the concept book tadi tu. And daripada slide book tadi tu pergi ke design strategy. Okay, just nak share pada group 5 dan 6. Yes, that's how you do design. Saya dah cakap saya dah bagi A dekat you punya research nakli apa semua tu. But then most siapa yang
mengeluh tu?
Mengamuk tu.
Background.
Ada saya ada tu ni.
Jangan. Syafni apa tadi? Syifa marah Okay,
dia terkejut sebab kata research yang agak baik kan.
Ya, betul. Tapi yang mahalnya dekat grup ni adalah the design strategy, which is design strategy, design approach. Betul lah tu nama dia tu. How you translate daripada book, daripada nakli tadi tu, and then you jadikan dia satu slide tadi tu on how you interpret dia, you nak approach dia ke dalam bangunan tu sebelum you nak tunjuk bangunan tu tadi, which I think I love that slide so much, that approach tadi tu. That's how you should be doing your design sepatutnya. And then the classic contemporary tadi tu, better draw. Biasakan you draw, you nak tulis but you draw sikit so that kita capture dia, senang kita nak capture dia bila you transfer dia dalam bentuk design. Okay, then the physical design. Okay, the physical design to me, it's a safe design. Okay, sabar dulu. Okay, it's just a safe design. It's not explorative pada saya. Okay, idea means it's a safe design. Dia tidak explorative. Dia tak explorative in a sense that do something different. Doing it something different. Macam tadi you tunjuk yang proposal tadi kan, design proposal dia cakap pasal tree trunk kan. Tree trunk, and then they make it very contemporary, very modern, ada modern touch tadi tu. That would be the transformation lah, the difference tadi tu lah, to make it more explorative. Di sini, in terms of idea, tidak explorative. Bukan idea, bukan. In terms of form, the physical form tak cukup explorative. It's a safe design. And then tidak berapa sepanjang you present tadi, the physical building form tu tak berapa nak clear, mungkin sebab kita ambil like short sikit tu kan. Jadi kalau for example kalau you ada massing, macam sementara design development you ada massing model daripada gini, tembok tengah ada ni, lepas tu ada that that structure luar tadi tu, then kita boleh nampak dia punya, I can appreciate the physical form more. Faham kan maksud saya? Macam bodoh-bodoh je model tu kan. Then plang kan macam tu. Jadi like that will be nampak lebih jelas lah. Okay. Tu sebab saya kata building form tu tak apa clear, but I'm appreciating every single angle that you show. Yang you shot tu, I appreciate everything. Okay. Okay, dia tak explorative tau, Fifa, Danish, Syifa, Iza. Tetapi dia menarik sebab dia very localized. You know, dia menarik sebab dia localized. Dia it's harmonized. It harmonized very well dengan Sarawak. Localized means signature, Sarawak signature building. Ngam lah tu.
Klasik.
Klasik. Identity. Characterized very the Sarawak one. Tetapi as I said just now, dia tak cukup explorative. It's a safe building. Tetapi the winning part is that it's localized. That's the winning part. Okay, that means buat untuk Sarawak, and then it's nampak very local, and then the context is beautifully done, very local, nampak tropical, nampak Sarawak, tak nampak macam dekat padang pasir dekat Arab Saudi ke mana kan. That's the best part sebenarnya. So everything is just harmonized kat situ. Okay, so jadi walaupun you tak ada explorative, dia winning dia dekat situlah tu. Okay, the interior is very alive. Is very alive, I think because of you punya skill, 3D skill ni. That's how kita feel tau. Your 3D skill ni bawa you punya ID tu very lively. And then richness of local motifs. The richness of local motifs is the best lah to me. When you have those panel kat luar dengan motif-motif and then you have it perforated. You have it perforated tu I macam wow, dia boleh create shade and shadow there, you know, very dramatic sangat. So it's a clever idea lah sebenarnya. Okay, the richness of local motif integrated into the design. Lepas tu bila you masuk dalam building tu, you siapa yang pernah create dengan saya tak ingat lah. Saya kata bila you jalan, okay, bila jalan tu you nak tengok display board, tapi you are surrounded with that the beauty of your building. Lepas tu you ada carving tadi tu, board carving tu, and then you ada shadow board carving dekat perforated panel tu. That's the beauty of overall design sebenarnya. Okay, jadi sebenarnya I bukan tengok you punya board sangat. I tengok macam atas, bawah, kiri, kanan, what is the shadow yang casting daripada situ. So itulah architecture. Bukannya tunjuk satu saja. You fikir the whole thing. I think I credit you for that lah. Bila you boleh fikirkan benda-benda macam tu kan, you are reaching there, you're reaching to that point. Okay, the killer drawing. The killer drawing is too gloomy. Too gloomy. Patut ada lampu dia kat depan ni, lampu. So dia pancar sikit, cerah kat sini. So bukan cahaya dari belakang, cahaya dari depan. And then probably the water should be a bit green or bluish so that dia nampak real sikit. Dia nampak real dah tu macam Madam Yati cakap.
Betul juga, nampak air dia keruh ya.
Saya Sarawak.
Tak lampu kat depan. Tak lampu kat depan so that dia pancar you punya perforated panel and you punya thatch roof tadi tu. And then yes, this is the view that I was talking about, group 5 dengan 6. The view daripada bawah sikit ke atas. Okay, dan ada konteks kiri kanan tu. So yes, okay. Kalau pun you nak tunjuk dari atas, then probably another view. Show it another view. Front elevation tu terlalu terpancar sangat. Jadi sebenarnya tak nampak apa. Maybe you might want to change the lampu dia ke depan. Change lampu dia ke depan. Front elevation. Okay, and then
tengok juga tu matahari naik, matahari terbenam kan salah pula, mana utara.
Yang ni tak ada side analysis, tak apa kan. Okay. And then the interior part ni sama macam group intertwine tadi. You punya panel tu is very bulky and nampak bulky dan nampak very hard tau. Sebab you have a very nice building already. Tapi benda tu block. Ada satu yang kat atas tu warna hitam tebal-tebal, besar bulky tu. Lagi besar daripada drawing you. Kita rasa macam lemas. Nasib baik kat sini tak ada. Bila kita jalan tadi kan, it should look light, airy, shadow patutnya lah kan. So it's too, and then the color is black against the bamboo. So dia nampak lebih gloomy. And then pula tu ceiling tu hitam gelap. So lagi gloomy macam tu. Sayang bila kita walk through tu dia gelap sangat kan. So ada satu view tadi where you punya deck nak naik tu, you ada satu material kan. So I berimajinasi you punya roof material tu kena light, very light. So kalau it's a thatch roof yang light brown ke, so make that ceiling atas tu light brown, thatch juga light brown, letak lampu-lampu sikit, then dia akan nampak lebih besar, lebih luas, tak gloomy sangat. If you want to maintain the black panel, ceiling tu kena tukar, tak boleh hitam. Budak hitam panel, hitam ceiling, bamboo keliling tu nampak dah okay dah bamboo keliling tu. Okay?
Ceiling bawah tu Madam.
Ceiling. Okay. Saya tak tahu sebab the thatch roof tu dah okay dah, cuma bila atas dalam tu dia nampak hitam. Okay, kalau nampak that roof material, for example, kalau if it's also a thatch roof, nampak dari bawah tu lagi win. Okay? Maknanya dia expose ceiling. So ceiling maksudnya dia tak ada ceiling, the roof itself, the thatch roof tu is the ceiling. Lampu you hang lah dekat dia punya trusses macam tu. Lepas tu ceiling
cantik.
Itulah kalau nak improve. Very low. Itu je kot rasanya. Okay, and then kurang sangat konsep yang you banyak tadi tu sepatutnya you masuk dalam ni. You can reduce the writing for the issues. Ada saya punya gambar. And then naikkan sikit, banyak lagi ruang kosong macam Medi cakap, masukkan you punya concept sketch tadi tu. Without that, macam semua yang you cakap tadi tu semua tak ada dalam ni, sayang sangat. Tu mahal tu. Idea tu mahal. And then well done for your 3D, except for the lighting, okay? Well done for the 3D, good job for the images. It's a safe design, but it's very localized dan sangat win lah to me. And then you can be more explorative in the future. Tetapi this is a very good start untuk all of you lah. For I think you akan with a good skill in 3D, you akan lebih cepat untuk explore design yang lebih hebat lagi lah. So well done sangat. Okay.
Thank you, Madam.
Itu saja.
Okay, thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Madam.
Mungkin kita boleh conclude kan kot, Madam Yati?
Boleh.
07. Saya ada sikit nak mention untuk group 6. Okay, just to conclude things lah. Untuk group 6, group interlock kan. The concept is good. The concept, you win at the concept part, okay? Tetapi your design form, your physical form tu is average. I bagi you gambaran sebenar. Is average and all of you should more explorative. Lepas tu skill untuk 3D kena brush up. Kalau kawan-kawan lain boleh buat, I think all of you mesti boleh punya. It's a good start untuk kita sama-sama tengok who has the best skill and how do you improve. Kalau macam ni, kalau you tak tahu macam okay ke dia punya ni kan. So if we say that it's great, then you should improve to that skill. Okay, pada saya level untuk 3D skill is group 4 lah. Group 4. Everyone should be able to have that skill. Bantal jenis apa, pokok jenis apa. I was looking at all the details. I love all of it sebenarnya. Cuma yang tadi tu lah, sikit-sikit tu lah. If you can think that to that extent, you are there already. Okay, and then to group zone. Group 5, intertwined chord. The concept is average. The concept is average, but the exploration is, I love the exploration. Cuma kalau ada skill tadi macam group 4, I think you'll do better. Dalam, luar, you fikir dia punya shadow casting, gedebak macam mana tu. And then if you have that good, and then plus, dia mesti plus that 3D skill tu, then amazing lah. Okay. And then group 4 untuk group book ni, the concept is good. The design, the form, the physical form is good. It is good. It's great. Okay, to me, the best is group book lah pada saya lah hari ni. Okay, dan kita semua boleh belajar sesama kita ni. Okay, boleh belajar. It's just Madam Yati cakap 10%. And what's best, yang bagus kita jadikan contoh lah. Okay, mana-mana kekurangan kita try to improve. Apa yang lecturer tengok yang best sangat design dia kan. Kalau you don't wonder lah. Alright. So, yep. Okay. Madam Yati. Okay.
Okay. Bagi saya every group dia ada dia punya strength dia tersendirilah. Kan?
Betul.
Dia ada lah. Kalau group 6 tadi tu, ya dia punya interlock tu ada nampak dengan kek lapis dia tu kan. Okay, macam mana dia buat interlock tu, tapi tadi dah comments kan, tapi you dah ada lah benda tu, mungkin ada komen tadi boleh develop lagi lah. Macam mana you nak display you punya board dengan gallery tadi tu lah kan. And group 5, group 5 betul, saya setuju dengan Madam Wan, dia more explore you more explore kan, you nak buat something yang lain sikit dengan material dia tu very good. Mungkin ada beberapa lah kalau you boleh ikut macam bila kadang-kadang 3D ni mengaburi mata.
Ya, betul.
Mungkin you boleh buat cara macam group 4 tu mungkin dia nampak lebih hebat lagi lah. You boleh develop lagi. Sebab you more explore, you explore banyak dengan dia punya roof tu semua kan. Berani. That's good. Okay, group 4 dia banyak sangat kelebihan juga. Alhamdulillah kan. You punya kumpulan ni dia ada pandai you ni. Orang ni pandai ni. Bila dia gabung teamwork tu dia jadi banyak kelebihan lah dengan dia punya 3D-nya, good idea-nya kan. Tapi ada beberapa yang saya komen tadi tu mungkin boleh tambah lah tu. Utama entrance tu kan. Dia nampak entrance dia tu kosong. Kalau ada nampak lagi cantik, dengan dia punya angle depan front tu tadi tu dengan Medawan sebut macam mana you nak nampakkan the welcoming dia tu dengan lighting tadi tu, itu memang the best lah you boleh dapat kan. Okay, so bagus, alhamdulillah ada beberapa knowledge, saya pun dapat knowledge, you all hopefully you dapat knowledge yang banyak macam how you develop your design for this semester lah kan. Nanti saya pasti after this maybe your task 2 and 3 maknanya final ni mesti lagi bagus daripada yang ni lah, bila nampak yang ni nampak okey kan. Congratulations for
well done lah everyone.
Bagus.
Well done.
Saya suka. Okay.
Any words? Anything from you all? Siapa yang tak bercakap lagi ni? Apa yang tak
bercakap suara ni? Koyim tadi dah cakap belum?
Koyim dia tak boleh diselamatkan, madam.
Kita cuba, madam.
Kami dah cuba.
Dia tak boleh pingsan lah.
Allah, Koyim buat partition je pun.
Koyim tewas.
Koma.
Pernah buat site. Koyim buat site. Dia buat site.
Okay. Siapa nak cakap, siapa tak cakap lagi nak cakap?
Puas hati tak dengan you punya outcome?
Boleh lah.
Permulaan ni okey lah.
Interest tu ada. Terus saya buat interest tu. Kejap
entrance. Ingatkan interesting.
Entrance kami tu macam ada problem sikit sebenarnya. Lala terpaksa buat ada macam tu je.
Bila saya sebut entrance semua ada yang senyum tu.
Aduh.
So apa lesson learn for this ni for this task you rasa? Ni first time kan nak buat komputer kan? Pakai software.
Time management juga. Time management lah sebenarnya. For me, I think paling penting lah, memang paling penting for me is kena cari someone yang boleh guide. Because bukan macam waktu sepanjang kami buat 3D ni, bukan kita just macam refer to Koyim je, because Koyim kan pernah buat yang virtual gallery previous kan. So dia ada juga experience, but Koyim sendiri ada benda yang dia tak tahu. So kita invite senior, even group Bella, group Akila, dia invite daripada Kak Marahaini
Art Studio.
Macam tu lah bagus.
Dekat Diana juga. Nishdi dan
korang tahu tak? I kat ITM Shah Alam pergi naik bas daripada ITM Shah Alam, jalan kaki kat Bukit Raja, dekat apa? Kampung apa entah kat Kelang tu, pergi naik bas, pergi bas stand Kelang, pergi ke KL naik bas, pergi ke Keramat untuk cari kawan ajar AutoCAD. Sebab ada kelas AutoCAD je. Lepas saya pergi tu, lepas tu tidur merata rumah, anti-anti tumpang-tumpang. Lepas tu besok pergi balik sampai budak tu tak pergi ni lah, tak pergi kerja lah. My senior punya mencari. Lepas tu balik pula tambang tak cukup duit tambang. Sekali berhenti somewhere jalan kaki daripada mana Bukit Raja sampai ke ITM Shah Alam. Perjalanan mencari samalah macam you all ni. Kan?
Ilmu.
Betul. Sebab kita tak tahu, jadi kita nak pergi mencari. Lepas tu duit tak banyak kan. Jadi kena memandai-mandai sendiri. I think samalah kan.
Develop kan.
Beza situasi je kan.
Sekarang mau senang lah dengan gadget.
Kan. So yalah, very good lah. Bagus. Kesusahan tu kita je yang tahu. Allah je yang tahu. Kan, kalau nak cerita tu Allah je yang tahu. Tapi insya-Allah kalau you kena minat tau. Komputer ni you kena minat. Kalau tidak, you akan bebal aja nak buat benda tu. So seriously, I tell you the truth. Kadang-kadang your design tu tak adalah tara mana sangat. It's just like, a boring square. But when you can harmonize dia dengan all you punya skill in 3D tu, then sebenarnya banyak you boleh mengaburi lah macam Madam Yati cakap tadi. And yang you kaburi itulah sebenarnya is the whole thing yang kita evaluate. Bukan tu saja kan. Jadi itulah, kena minat. Komputer dengan software ni you kena minat. InsyaAllah dan okey lah lepas tu. Okay.
So hopefully you develop lah. Jangan sampai sini je, you develop lagi.
InsyaAllah.
Okay.
Excellent semua. A+.
Excellent lah, betul. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Alright So kita berhenti dulu lah Kita break dulu. So kita akan mula lecture pukul berapa, Madam Yati?
3.
Pukul 3, okay. Alright, get a good rest. Pergi cari apa makanan kat dapur. Mak masak.
Jangan tidur, pukul 3 main.
Gitu, Madam Yati?
Nash kata.
Nash, alright. Okay, have a good rest everyone. Happy lunch. Okay, done. Well done.
Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Madam.
Okay.